Hello, listeners. Welcome back to another edition of the Summer of Music. As we get close to winding it down here, I have an amazing group of talented rappers, S and I. This trio does it all, creates their own beats, their own lyrics, they plug their own music and their own merch. These guys are truly independent. Tune in for a wonderful conversation with a bit of strong language today, and check out their new single, Nothing New, streaming right now on all music platforms, along with a full-length album for what it's worth. So tune in and enjoy. Welcome to IPA Sessions. Welcome to IPA Sessions, a podcast for independent artists. This is a place where we like to try and provide inspirations for practical application in entertainment. Today I'm excited to promote a new band, S and I, with Andrade, Sick Mind, and I Blaze. These guys are here to talk about their music. They got an album out right now called For What It's Worth, and they're currently working on Hidden Gems, which is going to be a new album while they release singles. Guys, welcome to the show. Say hi.
Yo, what's going on, man? Thanks for having us. How are you?
Yeah. So just tell me a little bit about yourselves. Who is who? What do you guys do? And what's this music like?
Well, we're S and I go by Sick Mind.
I'm on Andrade. I'm the amp part, the weird ampersand sign.
And I go by I Blaze, man. What's up? It's S and I.
That's right, S and I. Okay, I like it. It's abbreviation for Sick Mind, Andrade, and I Blaze. Nice,
Yes,
nice,
sir.
fellas. I like it. So what is this music that you make? What is this style exactly?
Hip hop for the most part, I think.
What the definition of what dope is.
There you go.
I like it. Definition of dope.
Music, that's it.
Yeah, for sure. It's like a newer, newer underground style.
Mm-hmm.
Like we kind of like take like the newer, like contemporary beats that's really appealing to the ear nowadays. And like we just kind of bring like our own style to it versus like what's super mainstream right now.
Right. And you guys are actual musicians yourselves. You do play instruments, correct?
No, only him.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, just me. I do a lot of like the production and recording and stuff like that for our group.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I play a bunch of different instruments, but yeah, I'm here to work with these guys, and they help out a lot too. It helps when I have good artists to work with. I don't have somebody who's not as skilled, it's a little easier to work with. Yeah.
No, I love it. Tell me a little bit about your history. How did you guys form? What got you together? What brought everything together?
The best word is all organic. Like everything that happened to us, it was all organic. Me and I Blaze, we met in high school. Just like he was singing a lyric to a song that I knew, and then we clicked, started talking about music, and then we started recording together, and then we just kept at it. For me, I'm just so competitive with myself. So I just want to keep going and going and going. And I want to be like my favorite artist. We just kept doing our thing.
Yes, sir.
Doing our thing.
Hell yeah.
And then years later, the same thing with Andrade. We linked up with him. He sent us a song. That shit was crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know about y'all.
The crazy thing is that we all knew each other at some point, but like I knew technically Andrade since elementary, but I never really talked to him, But somehow it's still all
Right.
still all connected at one point, like it's just crazy.
Different schools, like just mutual friends, like skate parks. Like we would see, like it's like, hey, I know that guy. That's cool. A couple months later, oh, that guy. Like we'll see each other at school and stuff. But it wasn't until maybe even after graduation, like 2013, 2014, something like that.
Nice.
That it wasn't until I reached out to them, because that was when I started making beats. And I was like, hey, I know they make music. Let me see if I can try to find an outlet to like find other people to use my beats and stuff. And then I sent them a song. They liked it, and they immediately just snatched me up. They're like, "No, you're coming with us." Yeah,
we put a ring on it, bro.
I like that.
We had the cuff, man.
Yeah. And then ever since then, man, it's just brotherhood. Like we have our ups and downs, but at the end of the day, I feel like we all work really, really well together, and we bring out the best in each other. And like if he says something cool in a song, I'm like, oh, why didn't I think of that? Or vice versa. And it's like we just try to one up each other every single time, and it's fun because it's like friendly competition.
Metal sharpens metal.
Well, no, that's the best, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So tell me something. I want to kind of go into the first album that's out that people can listen to. And before I get into that, where can we find your music? Where can we listen to you? How can we go about following you? Put yourselves out there for me real quick.
Spotify, Apple Music, even
all streaming platforms ultimately. Yeah, all streaming platforms. Anything that you find your music on, iHeartRadio, you know, Deezer, Tidal, whatever.
Nice.
We're legit, baby.
Yep.
I love it. I love it. All right, so take me into this history here. I want to get into some technical aspects here of you guys forming together, who does what, how you do it. Kind of show us a little bit of the magic behind the scenes if you're cool with that. But I want to talk about the first album that is completed. Let's talk about For What It's Worth. Let's talk about this first fully completed album. How did you guys put it together? How did everything come about? Composing, writing, putting it out there. Can you kind of take me through the steps? You know, we can keep it simple, just who does what and how it all happens.
Shit. I mean, like we talked about earlier, I make like a lot of the beats and stuff, so we typically like to meet up at least once or twice a week, like religiously, so we can have some type of action going on and just continuity. But it really just takes making the beats, and like we'll sit together and we'll be like, oh, that's a good beat one, like that one is sick, or somebody will already have like a verse that they just, you know, they just thought of something and they put it in their phone really quick, and then it just so happens to work really well with the track that we made together and composed together. Sick does he does all of our music videos. Actually, he's a really good videographer.
I do all the like the graphic design stuff, the cover arts, all that crazy stuff.
Nice. Okay.
Music videos. We got all the videos we got on YouTube. On our YouTube page I made.
Excellent.
And we got more we got new videos coming as well. That's what I do though, the graphic design part. And then I just try to do my thing like lyrically.
Where were you when I was trying to get a graphic design for IPA?
He tries to do his thing. No.
I just played.
You just play. Bring the lyrics to life.
Andrade is like our Dr. Dre, man. So
I love it.
Yeah, he is like our Dr. Dre.
Let me ask a few technical things then for Andrade. This is for you, man. Sure. When you're putting your beats together, for anyone out there that wants to, you know, make music like you do, what is some good tools that you can recommend for them? And it doesn't matter. Everyone has their own process, cheap, you know, cost effective, whatever you have. If there's anything that you can recommend, I'd love a little bit of that for people.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, like, just make what you love, man. It doesn't take a lot to make something great. Like, if you love it and if you're consistent, practice makes perfect. You know, at the end of the day, just keep wanting to do it. Keep making what you like to make. Don't care about what other people like think at the end of the day, honestly, because not everybody likes the same style of music, or people are very open to other different types of music. So I would always just say, like, stay true to your heart and do what you love to do.
Okay.
Did you write that?
A technical thing, though, exactly. Like, what kind of programs would you recommend? To work off of? That's what I'm sorry about. I should clarify that. No, it's all good. Okay. I love what you said. I'm keeping it.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks. He was like, "Did you practice that?"
We said we were gonna improvise. What the fuck?
No, I mean, since day one, honestly, we all started off using Audacity, which, oh my god, the audacity to say that we use that.
It's what I edit on.
I honestly,
it's free.
After that, I kind of stuck with FL Studio. It's really user friendly, and it still gets the job done. A lot of people kind of bash on it, saying it's not the industry standard, or it's not this, or it's not that. But I've been using it ever since day one, and we've created whole projects on that. Like, our whole album was done on that. Our current future album is going to be done on that. Again, it's super user friendly. I've been using it ever since then. So if anybody wants to like get a kickstart on that, there's a lot of tutorials on YouTube and a bunch of different pages, even that I follow. Excellent. And little shorts that show hints and tricks and little secrets and production, little magic that you can do in FL Studio. And that's, if you don't like it, Ableton is a really good program too. Pro Tools, Logic is a really good DAW for that as well.
And that's something I really like about your music is that we mentioned it earlier. You are a musician. You actually play instruments. So do you make this music and then record it in and apply beats that you create through the different programming tools?
I mean, kind of. A lot of the time, like, I do have like a keyboard when I do make my beats, so I'll just be messing around. I'll find different sounds that I find in like a library that I downloaded, and I'll just start messing around. I'll just noodle around here and there, just find something that sounds cool or something that sounds like another song, and then I'll just go ahead and loop that, and I'll just start adding what I just like hear it, and I just make it come to life at some point. And I don't know, it's just a weird process in my mind. Yeah.
No, everyone has their own process, your own technique. It's however you do it. And this question is for Sick Mind and iBlaze. Do you guys wait for him to give you a beat, or do sometimes you actually just come up with some lyrics together and you feel a flow, and then Andrade works off of that? How does that chemistry work for you guys?
Well, you want to go first?
Could you repeat the question? No, I'm just playing. So for the most part, I mean, Andrade has like a vault of beats. he's a little stingy with this sometimes, but I'm just but sometimes it'll be like, you know, I know Johnny does too, or I'm sorry, Sick Mind. We like to go on YouTube and like just like let beats play like on shuffle, or like we even have like certain, you know, we cheat on Andrade sometimes and grab other people's beats, but then like I'll like write a verse to it or whatever, and Johnny will too, and then we'll go to the studio and Andrade will play a beat, and I'll be like, so we should try that verse on this one. This sounds amazing, and then we'll show Andrade, and like that's another way that a song will come together, and it just comes together perfect, like a puzzle piece. Like,
sometimes, you know? Andrade we'll just slide, and Andrade will just play a beat, and it just fits the vibe of the other song we were just writing to, and it really depends on the random beat he just picks. He'll just pick a random beat, and it just happens to be like the exact type of beat we needed. Every time.
Like, what the fuck? Why are you spying on us? Just tell us you have something. Like
for the most part, I do the same thing, or I'll just like look up like an actual artist's instrumental, and like let's just say I want to write to it, and then it's so weird how it happens. It's always the same type of vibe as like the beat Andrade just made. Like every beat, like now we don't even wait. Like he said, he has a vault full of beats he just picks from.
He'll be like, "Yo, so I just made this last night." Click, and we're just like,
"I just made this an hour ago." Click.
I swear.
We'll make one right now, and at the end of the interview, he'll have it done.
So what you're saying is, when Andrade is not feeling like he needs to be sharing, you play on his jealousy to get him to share, right? That's how we do it.
Yeah, you know,
absolutely. Yes.
That and empty threats.
So for this first album that you guys did, For What It's Worth, how long did that process go for you to put it all together and get it out there before, you know, having Sick Mind's brilliance with making videos for it, just the audio itself, putting it out there? How long did that take for you guys? And what was that process like?
I'd say like roughly like 2 years.
That's a COVID baby.
Yeah, that was like definitely a COVID baby. Yeah,
that was a COVID baby.
There was
some good things came out of COVID.
Yeah, honestly, I got a cat. What the fuck? No, I'm just kidding. I love that cat. Shout out Binky.
Shout out to Binky.
I mean, it was a long time. It was a lot of just personal things that we had going on, and then alongside with COVID and not being able to go do the things that we need as artists, like to have our creative outlet. We have our group chat and stuff that we're able to keep up with each other and share notes or send videos like, "Yo, I got this verse for this song, like check it out, what do you think?" But it just, after a while, everything just started to unfold. Like, despite all the shit that was happening, there was just one point where it was just one song was coming after another, and then it all just coalesced all at once, and it just really worked out really well.
Awesome.
Yeah, the album's really dope, man.
Good. Yeah, go check it out right now, For What It's Worth.
Absolutely. All streaming platforms.
That's right. And we are recording a little in advance here, so by the time this episode releases, we'll have a lot more new music out there from you guys, so please go check them out, listen to this. Do you guys do any kind of performances or live touring in the area? I know that you guys are Chicago based, and I'm sorry I didn't reference that earlier, but these are homegrown Chicago based fellas. Do you put on any shows, any touring, any bar performances, any place that people can catch you?
Bar mitzvahs, anything we can get hold of.
Yeah, seriously.
Quinceañeras, graduations. No, we actually did a graduation. Oh my God, no.
Oh, that's cool.
We actually did get hired to perform.
Tell the story. I want to hear this.
Oh man.
It's it was pretty funny. Let's just say we got shut down real quick by the cops.
Yeah. It was pretty intense. Yeah, it was
so
like
worth it.
This neighborhood that we performed in, they have money, and it's a quiet neighborhood. Stuff like that doesn't go on every day like that. So when the neighbors hear that, they're like, "What is going on
Karen
over there?"
was pissed.
Neighbors called the cops, and I think we performed like 2 or 3 tracks at the most, and then like we saw squad lights at the front of the house. The owner of the house was like, "Yo, man, like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, we gotta shut you down."
That would have been a good music video.
And thus you became official. You became a real band.
Yeah. We never looked back after that.
That's when I knew we made it.
Our street cred went up the roof, man.
As far as I want to get a little bit into the videography here. So this is for Sick Mind, and we're going to get into some of the technical. Just simplify it as best you can. Any recommendations for tools, editing editing software, camera equipment for anyone out there who's going the band route and also wanting to make videos to put up on YouTube to help promote themselves. I mean, that's what it's all about with the independent artists is you do the work. You got to put yourself out there. Sick Mind, take us through that process, man. What's it like for you?
For me, like now looking back, like I started with an Android phone and then I upgraded to like the first GoPro, and me rapping with iBlaze since like we started. He was my guinea pig, and he has a song, but he wants a video. And you know, when you're fresh, music video sounds like amazing to you. Like, oh, music video too. And so he had a new song, and sure, like I got you, but like that's where I tested all my like the programs I would use. I started editing with Movie Maker, which was basically Windows, yeah. Like
I remember that
the basic program they had to edit stuff with. I started from there, and then for me, I just went through every program, basically like cracked versions of them because you know, I'm a teenager. I don't got money to pay for no $300.
Play around with the free stuff. Why not?
Program. Yeah. Because right now, currently, I use Final Cut, which is like the Apple's software. But to start off, for me, Movie Maker was fine, but I don't even know if that's still around.
Yeah, honestly,
I don't even know if they still run that. But yeah, for me, like I went through all the shitty programs, which was basically anything I could find. But before Final Cut, the one I was using for a long time was Sony Vegas. That was the one I was using for all of our older videos. But for me, it's same thing with Andrade, how Andrade was saying about the programs. YouTube is your best teacher. How-to videos, how to edit, how to make it look cinematic, YouTube is your best bet. Same thing for like when you want to get like a camera, because I came in not knowing anything at all, and I know I couldn't pay nobody for any videos, so I just decided to do it myself, and I was gonna do it myself, and I went through that whole process of like trial and error till I found what worked. Experimenting with my guinea pig. Like those videos never came out because, you know, those videos never came out for obvious reasons. You know, like, but they could. If you guys give me 100 likes, I'll drop them right now.
That's it.
That's fucked up.
It'll take 5 likes.
I'll take 5.
You got one from IPA for sure.
There you go. But yeah, that was basically just trial and error and just seeing what works. Them, and what also thing that really helped me was like their feedback, because I would do our videos and their feedback. I would wait to see like if they liked it or not, and then if there's some things they didn't like, I'd go back and change it for them. If you hire anybody else, like sometimes like they don't care about. They already finished your video. They don't really care about like the little extra details, you know. And for me, I always look for those little details in videos. Like, I'm not gonna let my homie look bogus with his mouth all like while he's rapping. You know, there's some like stuff that happens when we're performing in videos. It's just bad angles and stuff like that. That I save the artist from. You know.
Yeah, right. Gotta make them look good, make it pop.
Yeah, honestly, I gotta put makeup on them.
You know? That's right.
Shit, maybe even a beard.
Oh my god,
even beard. I'll be that Photoshop too.
Sweetie guy.
I appreciate you taking me down the technical route with that. Thank you for sharing a little bit of that. And again, you guys are fully independent. You do everything on your own. You put yourself out there. Something that a lot of people as independent artists, you know, we self-fund a lot. I know you put time and energy and money into these projects. Do you see any financial gains coming back to you? Like, have you made any progress with maybe when you guys do shows and performances? I'm guessing band merch, things like that. Is there anything that you can say as a band that can help others that are trying to make a little bit of profit, but also keeping their artistry alive?
I mean, for sure, we've gotten paid for like shows and things like that. But I mean, it's a process, you know. Like, I feel like right now we're still in that stage where like we still gotta invest a little bit more before we see as much as we want to see come back. But right. I mean, yeah, we for sure have gotten paid, but like, you know, it's only up. It's only gonna get better from here, you know.
Right. Yeah. Merch sales helps a lot. We went on a tour in 2018. And that was cool to sell merch and stuff. That's probably your best way to make money, even if you have a little show. Set up 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 T-shirts, you know, a couple stickers and a demo that you have, you know, like you can. It's easy to. It's not easy because it's hard nowadays to do that now, to gain people's attention and actually engage with the artist and want to support them. There's still a crowd out there for that, so they shouldn't get discouraged. Definitely gear, like merchandise. every show you have, you should have merchandise to be able to sell something physical. So that way they have that t-shirt or that hoodie or that beanie that like goes with that band. You know, at that day you heard this song and that's what made you want to buy that t-shirt.
Yeah. Right. I still remember when we were making the CDs by hand, man.
Dude, yeah. We were hand burning every single CD in my poor laptop. That poor laptop.
Going to the library, like seriously. And like we would like go as far as like making the CDs look as legit as we possibly could, meaning like the CD would have the actual cover on it. Like we made like a track list for the back with cover art and everything. Like we went all out.
That's awesome.
It was all done by hand. It was all done by us. And
even the disc had cover art on it.
Yeah, like
and there were paper stickers that fit the round of the CD.
Yeah, like it was sick, awesome. Man. It was sick. Like we really went all out.
Yeah.
But like nowadays, CDs are obsolete.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's all audio now. It's all digital.
Yeah.
The CDs is just artwork now.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm a fan of film, so I still collect DVDs and Blu-rays. I got a buddy that is still a fan of music, collects records and CDs, and has a couple of tapes and buys. Awesome. So there's still collectors out there. There's still people that want the physical format. So I think it's awesome that you've putting something special out there. And iBlaze, I really liked what you said about the invest. You know, we talked about financial gain, but you're right. A major issue with a lot of artists is that you are self-funding. You have to invest in yourself. You've got to put the money out there, and it's not always cheap. But you take a risk on yourself. You take a gamble on your art and what you're doing. And if it's worth it, it will pay off. And I think you guys putting the hard work into making an actual CD, you know, putting great graphics on it, putting it out there, you know, putting money and time into creating merch, like you said, shirts and stickers and pins and hats and whatnot. That's money that you have to invest. So the payout comes down the road, but it is expensive on your end. So thank you for sharing that. And thank you for saying the part about investing. I think that's very important for people to hear, is that, you know, you don't just go out there and be like, all right, well, I'm signed. Thanks, Capitol Records. It doesn't always work like that. Yeah. You really got to put the time and energy and money into it.
It don't work that way?
It does. Wait, that's not what's going to happen?
It doesn't work that way?
That's not how we did what?
You're not signing this?
You're not a scout for Capitol Records?
Oh boy, I wish. I invest in my own podcast. This costs money. But I love what I do, and it's fun, and I get to grow, and I get to take these stories that I hear from you guys, because it's your personal journey. It's your experience that you have gone through. It's no bullshit. It's no telling someone, well, you know, just go out and do. No, you're telling them what you did, how you did it, and what the outcome is. And I listen to that as well when I record these sessions and listen to you guys, and I get to apply that to my own work, to my podcast, to my writing, to any film projects down the road. So every little bit helps, because knowledge, man, it's out there for, you know, to get that gain and that experience, and to have someone tell you, hey, be prepared for this. You know, this is what's going to be coming up. This is what's going to be happening. And that's kind of what we're about to get into. We're going to get into the ups and downs. All right, just taking a quick break. As you know, during this month of music, all these artists have been kind enough to gift us with music to play during the segments. And once again, S&I has been amazing at giving us a listen right here on this show to Nothing New, their new single, streaming right now on all music platforms. Do yourself a favor, go check this out, go support this amazing band, and give a listen to their other music on a full album they have called For What It's Worth. But right now, I bring you Nothing New. Enjoy.
Yeah. Yo, said I'm gone, I'm faded, I'm liquored up and I'm wasted. Got a couple bad bitches and they all just wanna get naked. And I got a couple more bottles to go. Plus I got that draw when I got that snow. But no matter where I'm at, boy, I'm making moves. I'ma tell you that I'm mad, it ain't nothing new. I'm ready about money, boy, I'm pressing snooze. So fuck you and fuck them. I just wanna get fucked up, spend some mess. I just wanna do a line of a couple big T's. Hit me up cause I'm happy in the city, cause we on the road. Killing shows, fucking hoes, blowing dope. Everybody knows that's how it goes. What everybody said was impossible. I want all the smoke, give a fuck about the haters, the pity. They could have said it be kidding and everybody be spitting it. But hold up, wait, then ready for that. Snap a rapper and half like a fucking Kit Kat. Man, I've been in the game for a minute. There's been hella times that I thought about quitting, but then I remember that I am a menace. One way or another, bitch, I gotta get it. My style of rapping is just bodying niggas. My destiny's making hella dollar figures. Can't get shit for free except 2 middle fingers. I stay killing shit, but just hand me the liquor. I'm ready to go to some hugging and better becoming a legend is on my agenda. Yeah, I'm gone, I'm faded, I'm liquored up and I'm wasted. Got a couple bad bitches and they all just wanna get naked. And I got a couple more bottles to go. Plus I got that draw when I got that snow. But no matter where I'm at, boy, I'm making moves. I'ma tell you that I'm mine, it ain't nothing new. Said I'm gone, I'm faded, I'm liquored up and I'm wasted. Got a couple bad bitches and they all just wanna get naked. And I got a couple more bottles to go. Plus I got that draw when I got that snow. But no matter where I'm at, boy, I'm making moves. I'ma tell you that I'm mine, it ain't nothing new.
Here's another joint to get you through the day. All a roll of doinks, I'm in the cut, suicidal with a blade. So in the way, what I say can't be in vain. I'm just trying to get paid, do what I love, live in the moment. Cause someone told me that memories fade. Yeah, I'm in the zone, I'm too clutch to quit. I might die this way. Cut you off, then ride around. I don't feel no pain. Think with your heart and always use your brain. Know those two things will never be the same. Been gone for a minute, no rust. Let me put you on game like I'm Russ. I'm close to the touch, the illest. I promise they feel this. They know what the real is. They know what the deal is. Some talk with the stick, I talk with my fist. I come through swinging, but I do not mean when you and your bitch. So I'ma keep what's mine. I plan to get rich. Life is so short when it's over, that's it. I ain't going back, no. I spent my whole life being broke. Yeah, I pick at your brain, leave the rest for the crows. From the payment I rose, I don't say much, cause everyone knows. They chanting my name, I feel like D-Rose. Forever the greatest, I know that they hate it. Messed up like I'm Jason, so fuck who with Jason. I'm rolling the ounces, get faded. The greatest revenge and success, and all of my team finna make it.
Up like I'm Batman, I'm a scat man with a scat pack. Got the Hellcat on trap mode, I'm everywhere I go. Yeah, that's on God, gotta manifest. So I'm feeling fresh to the death of me, but mentally I'm feeling raw. That's the way I'm rolling, peeling off like your boy stole it. But hold up, gotta stay true to the roots. I'ma spit it how I do it when I get up in the booth. Gotta stack your bank if you wanna make moves. You don't fuck with me, then it's fuck you too. Either showing up or you showing out. Been trying to show you what I've been about. I'm on the 9th cloud, I'm trying to reach the 10th. And y'all two-faced like Harvey Dent, I ain't never joking. Green and purple got the antidote, I got the homie in the back whipping potions like hocus pocus. It's fuck your feelings and fuck emotions. Y'all getting mad cause I spit the truth. Ain't no excuse if you cutting up. It's testing out, if you fuck with us then you fucking up. You wanna touch your luck to come and step it up. We taking all the fans, still flexing, hit 'em with the running man. Living out my dream like this a wonderland. I need a bag of grass with a jet of friends. Flow psychedelic, leave 'em in a trance. I work for my stay and I pay in a play. You want it with me, I got time today. Burning up, yeah, I've been stuck in a day.
Said I'm gone, I'm faded, I'm liquored up and I'm wasted. Got a couple bad bitches and they all just wanna get naked. And I got a couple more bottles to go. Plus I got that draw when I got that snow. But no matter where I'm at, boy, I'm making moves. I'ma tell you that I'm mine, it ain't nothing new. Said I'm gone, I'm faded, I'm liquored up and I'm wasted. Got a couple bad bitches and they all just wanna get naked. And I got a couple more bottles to go. Plus I got that draw when I got that snow. But no matter where I'm at, boy, I'm making moves. I'ma tell you that I'm mine, it ain't nothing new.
All right, that was S&I with their brand new single, Nothing New, streaming right now on all music platforms. Please go out, listen to this, support these guys, check out their merch, check out their live shows if you're ever in the Chicago area, and show some love for S&I. Now, back to the conversation. What I want to say real quick is, as a band, as Sick and I, sorry, I messed it up. As S&I.
Where'd I go?
As S&I, what would you guys say? And you can all answer. If you have a different answer, that's fine. If you agree, that's fine. But I just want to know, what is the biggest challenge you had to overcome? And maybe it's something that you're still working on today.
Well, we're going to wear the shows, right?
Yeah, like getting our outfits to match. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, I mean, since we're a group, there's a lot of things like everybody's got their own personal lives, you know, between work, you know, whatever you have to deal with. But I wouldn't say it's hard, you know, as long as you have the passion and like we all work together, like we're basically like brothers, you know. We've had our differences and we've had times where we couldn't always be as productive as we needed to, or where we failed here or we gained here. There's always going to be something for yourself, you know. As a group, I feel like we're pretty solid, and we try not to let our personal stuff get in the way of our business at the end of the day, which is what it is. I don't know if you guys agree with that.
Every good story has ups and downs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But personally, I would like to be taller. That's just one thing I would like to work on.
Your hardest challenge is height.
No, yeah, I would agree though. Like all siblings fight, argue, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like the effort that matters the most.
Yeah.
And you know, like as long as that's there, then like we could argue and roast each other and hurt each other's feelings, but you know, we're still brothers at the end of the day. And I feel like at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, like knowing wherever we ended up there together.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
for sure.
saying? Like, because a lot of groups break up and all that stuff, or they let stupid little shit get in the way, and it's just knowing that, you know, that's what I believe, you know.
I know that we're laughing and joking, but I think what you said is very important, that a hard challenge is when you're walking that fine line between friendship and entertainment, trying to create a business, an art form, you know, your music, you're a band, but at the same time, your friends, your family, your brothers,
Right.
and walking that fine line can be very difficult. So I think it's cool that you guys have found, you know, not to be punny, but your rhythm. You found your way to work
Yeah,
together.
no, for sure.
No, walking that fine line is hard, especially when you're drunk. You know?
Definitely say things you can't take back, but you take it back.
Right, yeah. Fuck, I said that. Damn, you didn't record that though, right?
I got it all on tape.
Yeah.
All right, so moving along, I want to ask you now, once again, as a band, what is something unexpected you had to face? You know, and it might even be something that you learned right then and there in the moment and how to overcome it. You know, as musicians, as artists, you knew getting together, forming this band, for creating this music, what your intentions were, what you were about. You had some expectations, but what is something that was completely unexpected and you guys had to just figure it out right then and there?
I got one.
Yeah.
I remember one time in band camp, we had a show, and it was a pretty important show because it was at one of our, if not our favorite venue to perform at. Shout out Sub T. Whoop, whoop.
Subterranean, Chicago, Illinois. Whoop,
yes,
whoop.
sir.
Master MC.
Yes, sir.
Annihilation.
And so Andrade had work, and he might or he might not make it, and me and Sick were just like, well, what the fuck do we do? So we had to, like, for like the 2 days before the show, those 2 days we were like brainstorming, like, okay, well, we could do like this old song and this old song, because we didn't want to perform songs without Andrade. Like if he's in it and he's not there, then we can't do it. Like, simple as that. So we had to figure out a whole different set list, like, around Andrade. And then we still, just in case, had our original set list with Andrade, just in case if he made it. And fast forward to the show, we get there. I'm nervous. I don't know if Sick was nervous. I was a little nervous because we're doing a bunch of old songs. Like, dude, it's been a while. Like, our list goes deep. Like, fuck, you know, I haven't done that song in years, literally. But we're like we got it. We got this. Like, you know, hyping ourselves up. Like, we got this. We practiced. You know, we good. And we're about to go on. And right before even the fucking DJ starts, here comes Andrade to the rescue, running through the fucking crowd.
No, they were performing already.
Oh, we were
you
performing?
guys were in the middle of a song.
It was like the first song.
Yeah, they were already.
I thought he came right on time.
No, they were. You guys. I remember. I was on the highway. I was not doing what I should have been doing on the highway in a big old pickup truck. Yeah, they were already performing. So, like, leading up to that, it was stressful already. Like, it was a lot of stress leading up to that day. They think they did a song and like a half of a song, and then I just ran. It was like a movie. I like ran through the crowd. I said, excuse me. I went up on stage. I grabbed one of their microphones. I got next to them, and we just started getting crazy. I backed them up, and then we were able to like go on with like the rest of the set list. That was definitely
Was I drunk that day?
stressful, probably.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, I'd have to say that something unexpected would be, you know, a good chunk of your band not showing up and how you deal with that. That's a great way to, and you pushed on, you pushed through, you said, fuck it, let's do this. And it all worked out.
Yeah. He got there. And then once
they were like, what? Yeah. No way.
Once that song was over, we just told the DJ, like, yo, fuck that set list. Play this one. Like,
that was wild.
Clutch as fuck, man. That was awesome. That's one of my favorite memories.
And it's a great memory to have. It's what formed you guys. It shaped you, and you conquered something in the moment, and you push forward. It makes you stronger.
Yeah, absolutely. It was very, very unexpected.
Right. All right. I got another fun one here. As a band, what is a hard reality you've had to deal with and accept? You know, it's something discouraging that you had to push through or resolve. Maybe you didn't even get it resolved. It's a fact of life. There's nothing you can do about it. You just accept it and you move forward. Can you tell me a hard reality that you guys have struggled with as a group or as individuals within the group? What's a hard reality for you? You know, something that just, it's not something that you can change, but how do you overcome it, or how do you accept it and move past it?
For me, it's that because of our image, we will always have to prove ourselves no matter what. We're never going to get a I mean, maybe one day we'll get the recognition we deserve, but I feel like we're always gonna have to prove ourselves. People don't take us serious until they hear us spit. We tell them that we're rappers, and they're like, "Yeah, right," and then they hear us spit, and they're like, "What the fuck?" You know. And it's the same reaction every single time. So I've just grown to accept that no matter what, I'm gonna have to prove myself.
I kind of like that. That's more like a badge of honor that you wear. You're like, all right, here I am.
Yeah.
Let's not. You want to see me fuck around? Here they go. Or actually, I guess it's more like fuck
Exactly,
around
yeah.
and find out, and they're about to all find out.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like that's like the essence of S&I. Like that's just how we are.
S&I, it's a badge of honor. You wear it
Like
proudly.
I feel bad for anyone that goes on after us. You know, like
Yeah.
honestly, like
The underground underdogs of music. I love it.
Yeah,
I like that.
like when we do a show, like I feel bad for anyone after us. Like my bad.
Yeah, I think I got it going.
Lay it on a stick, man. What you got?
I believe when you don't have a known name, or like as far as like in a scene, you're gonna deal with a lot of shady promoters or promoters that'll take advantage of people that are really green and like doing shows, because a lot of times you see the same artists and stuff like that at the same type of shows. So when you do like shows that are more money in it, like not knowing how it works, or like sometimes like those promoters will just take advantage and just, you know, things of that nature. I feel like you just have to learn from mistakes and stuff, because like you could tell somebody that's new and they won't take that advice until they actually go out and do it.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually have to go out and perform, and there's no shortcuts. That's the main thing. Is I've learned to accept there's no shortcuts at least for us to get to where we want to get to.
Mm-hmm.
No contest has worked. I mean, and that's the thing with contests. Like it's like, oh, you win this and then you get this and that. We've tried those, but like kind of like after like being discouraged sometimes, because sometimes it feels like, how do we not at least get second, third, or fourth place? Like
Right.
not being conceited, but just the reality, because you see the other people you're competing with and there's no way, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a harsh reality of like, for me, like the shortcuts don't exist, because at the end, I feel like the story would be sweeter knowing that we had to take the longer route every time in every situation. You know what I'm saying?
I love that the hard reality for you is the actual fucking reality of what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's plain and simple. That's what it is. It's you got to learn how to navigate. You got to learn from your mistakes and what is going to be out there. And sometimes it really sucks, but it makes you stronger from it. You know, just like, you know, iBlaze was saying, it's the badge of honor, proving yourself. It's great. Andrade, you got a hard reality for us.
I would probably add that, like, as independent artists, gaining the funds to be able to invest in yourself, going back to that, that's a harsh reality too, because sure, you can make a couple bucks off of some songs, you know, if you have like a little distribution or whatever it may be, but like you still have to get those funds, and you still have to work, you know, you still have to live, you still have to survive. You're still putting in hours at work doing what you have to do to survive aside from music, because if you're not there for yourself like that, like you can't be there for the music. You have to be able to support yourself and that. And I think that's my harsh reality, is that even though like we're really good and we know we can do something, or even if other artists like they got it and they know they can do it, like you still have to fund yourself and you still have to find ways to make that money to be able to invest. And like for a lot of us, we still have to work and still invest the time to be able to make the music that is coming from that.
And then I still got to make time for like all my vices, you know, like
Exactly.
It's hard.
Once again, the hard reality is reality of everything. It's the reality of life, the reality of music, the reality of what you're doing.
That money, man.
Yeah, no, and it, very well put too, man. I really appreciate that. You guys, thank you for sharing that with me. And it's good for others out there listening that want to follow the same route that you're in, how to prepare themselves. And honestly, it's one of those things that their hard reality is going to be something they come across in the moment. You know, it's going to be something that just, it happens, and it's over time. It's through growth. It's through experience. You know, it's through proving yourself. All right, we're going to move on to something a little bit more lighthearted now. All right. Got the bullshit out of the way, all the crap that you've had to deal with. What is the most valuable takeaway that you guys have learned from your experience? You know, something that helped you grow and improve as an artist or as a band?
I think mine is simple. I think I like being rejected or overlooked. Because I do really believe everything happens for a reason, and shit I go through just gives me more material to rap about, you know, like shady promoters.
Right.
All right, but I'm gonna talk shit about promoters now, or I don't know, just letting yeah, I guess just that. If that makes sense.
No, it's a great takeaway. It's your experience, your overall experience from everything is what helps you grow. I love that.
Oh man, I think actually just doing it, like going out there and doing the shows, man, like that's the best way you can do it. Get thrown to the wolves and just fucking perform and sell your merch and just do it, man. That's probably the best way you can get anything to take away from it, honestly, because you're not gonna know. You wouldn't know unless you're actually immersed inside of it, doing it for a living.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that because on this show, there's this recurring theme about just doing it. And usually it's in the advice section of the questions where it's like, what's your advice? And everyone's like, just do it. But I love that your personal takeaway is like, no, man, it's going out there and doing it. It's great. I love that. Just do it. That's a good takeaway to have.
Do it, man.
Just do it. What about you, iBlaze? What you got for us?
I don't know.
Have him repeat the question.
Hey,
No.
What's made you a better performer, a better artist, a better musician, a better rapper that can spit?
Fucking up on stage. Honestly.
There you go.
No, seriously, that's like finding out that like the girl of your dreams was trying to give you a hint and you didn't fucking notice it and you just dropped the ball and like there ain't shit you could do about it because it happened already and that's it.
so it's now you know for next time.
Yeah.
That was so specific.
That's fuck a breakup. You ever fucked up on stage?
It's a great way to grow. It's a great way to grow. I love the positivity that you guys have in all your negative situations, that as a band, that's really what's helped you grow and become even better. Because like you said earlier, it's about proving yourself. And what's the best way to prove yourself? Fuck it up a little bit. Learn from that. Adapt.
Yeah.
Make it you.
Absolutely.
You gotta lower their expectations a little bit, so.
Just a little bit, yeah. All right. So earlier, we talked about the unexpected and, things that you plan for, but you don't expect to happen and this happens. But what I want to ask you now is, what is something that you guys did expect? What did you want from this project? What did you want from S&I?
I want it to be the next Funk volume.
Yeah, like there were like what? How many artists were in that?
It was Hobson, Jaren Ben, Dizzy Wright, and Swizz. So 4?
4, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't count right now.
Be the next best thing. I like it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like our style is a lot different. So when we actually like bring it out, they're like, I don't know, it's different.
There's an influence there, not a complete ripoff. It's an influence. It's inspiration.
They don't fit in a box. Really.
Yeah, like the reason why I always like use them as an example is because they legit had to like make their own lane, and that's what we got to do.
Which was in the independent scene.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They blew up in the independent scene and.
They cracked the code.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like you don't have to be like signed to be successful anymore. Like there's so much artists that have showed like people like us that hey, we can do it. We can definitely do it. It's just about like the consistency, really.
Yeah, and we are doing it.
Long enough.
I say we are doing it. They formed a group. We're forming a group, and like that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to push out, and we wanted to be just like that kind of crew. And now it's like, I don't know, we're doing it. We're becoming more as a group.
Yeah.
And that's what we wanted to do initially. We wanted to show people what we can do. And I feel like from all the shows that we've done, from all the people that we've met, I feel like we've kind of done it. I feel like we've gained our respects, and that's basically what we wanted.
Gotta pay our dues, baby.
Pay your dues. Great. I love it. Let me ask you something too. Now you can answer this as a band. You can answer it as individuals. Maybe it's the same answer for everyone, but I want to know, fellas, what's your drive? What motivates you?
Money. I'm broke. I gotta do something, man.
I mean, like Chicago, I would say is really concentrated with artists, and I feel I don't know, like there's so many different artists, so many different styles, but they're all really the same, and I feel like they all kind of have like their own backs in that lane, and like stepping from that lane, I don't know, like
I feel like people don't like when they're better than them. People don't like when they're better than you. Wait, did I say that
Fair.
wrong?
Yeah, people don't like when they're better than,
especially
when you're better than them.
When you're better than them,
yeah.
But you're technically both doing the same thing,
No, you know what?
Jealousy.
Honestly, that reminds me of one of Six bars when he said, "Would you say everybody want to rap, but nobody want to be the best? Like everyone's just comfortable with sounding like what's on the radio. Like nobody wants to like be original anymore." You know what I mean? Like everyone sounds the same nowadays is what I'm saying. Like fuck the radio. It's just, especially in Chicago, we're so oversaturated with rappers. Like honestly. Like
It's probably all the same sound
that's just
after a
how it
while.
is. You know, there's a specific sound that like Chicago is like
supposed to be.
that it's like known for. So like people naturally go to that side, you know. But it's like I don't know. At least for me, since I've been here all my life, it got old. Like you know, like I wanna rap some like fuck that. I wanna rap like in the '90s, but mix it with this beat.
You want something fresh, yeah.
You know?
On a more modern beat.
Yeah,
and shit.
you know,
Represent the new generation too. Why not?
exactly. Yeah, and like plus like I mean whatever. I can feel how I feel about that sound, but it is what it is, and it did create a scene in Chicago, and like it did put us on the map. But everything changes, man. You know, history repeats itself, and it's just a cycle. You know. Everything has its turn.
We want to be that group that brings that sound back,
Mhm.
and it's not outdated. It's modern, you know, with the same roots. You know, like for me, I'm a student of the game. I grew up off that old school boom bap. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit somehow keeping it alive, which is basically just the content, what we rap about and what we say. Like we're lyrical, but we have a very versatile modern flow.
Right.
Each verse, I feel like you, as a listener, you get entertained with each verse when you hear us, because we all have something, style that ties us together, but we all individually sound different. Like our flows, our patterns, or punchlines. You know, we have different ways of doing the same thing in reality. You know.
Yeah.
No, I like that a lot. I like that. What I'm hearing is that a really great motivation for you guys is your drive to stand out, to take something that is familiar, something that people like and love and listen to, while also the challenge of making it your own, making it special, unique, and like you said earlier, being that underground underdog.
Yeah,
underground
absolutely.
underdog.
Like,
I like that.
Going back to like the whole saturation of that, like we want to be known as like still doing that, but like damn, they did it a whole different way. Like we want to prove that we can do that, and we've been doing it. And I feel like it's just a matter of time before we actually get to prove that we're the next thing. We're good.
I love it. No, it's great.
I don't ever like to say stuff like that. I'm kind of like a modest person, but when I hear that and I hear what we're putting out, it's like there's no way that they're getting that attention with that style or with that flow or what they said, because it's all like the same thing. They're not stepping out into a different box. I'm probably sounding a little conceited now. Sorry.
No,
but that's what drives me. That's what drives me. That's what makes me want to be like, no, we can do this. We got this. That's what they're doing that and we're doing this. There's no way. We just have to keep doing it.
If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, exactly. It's not conceited when it comes to your personal drive. It should be selfish because it's your drive. It's your motivation. It's why you get up and do what you fucking do.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Talk that shit and drive.
Like I said, I'm modest. I'm typically a modest kind of guy. I don't like to be
say
like
it with
that.
the chest.
But when I see it, and I speak with my heart, man. I just do art. Shut up.
I love this. I could talk to you guys all day. This is great.
I'll sound conceited. We're dope.
We're dope. I like it. No, I love the chemistry you guys have. It really does have this unique, familiar, friendly, brotherly bond. You guys, I cannot wait to have a chance to see you perform live. I definitely am going to enjoy listening to your music. I encourage others to do so. But before we go, I want to ask you guys, is there any advice or something that you would like to say to anyone looking to do what you do?
Smoke weed.
No, we do
that
not.
Helps.
No, I'm kidding. Nah, dude, I don't know, man. Just stay at it. Stay consistent. If you love it, keep doing it. Honestly, that's my takeaway at it.
Sound like yourself. Don't sound like nobody else.
Oh, here's a cheat code. I swear to God, at 3 a.m., that's when you should write.
That's true.
When you're by yourself.
As you get more creative juices.
Words of wisdom.
Yeah, like,
For sure.
I don't know. Like, I can't tell you how many of, like, at least my personal favorite verses I've written. And, like, dude, I wrote that, like, all random at, like, 3 or 4 in the morning. Like, it just came to me, and I just was able to finish the whole thing in one shot.
Yeah.
Like, it's just crazy.
And expect the unexpected.
Absolutely.
Always. Especially in this industry, there's a lot of snakes. There's a lot of people that want to take advantage. So just be prepared. Not saying that it's going to happen. But it is very possible. It's happened to us, unfortunately. We've gotten scammed. But yeah, just be careful out there, man. People are crazy. People get jealous and they act out in ways that they shouldn't. Drop the gun, Chicago.
Yeah, we were supposed to open up for Beyonce, but and then it being a scam.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, they gave me the tickets to sell to my friends, and they were all Destiny Child tickets. I didn't understand what was going on.
It said TLC instead of Destiny's Child.
I love that though. I think some really great advice is be your own voice, be you. That's wonderful advice to have. Expect the unexpected and write at 3 a.m. That's good. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. I know we've been talking this whole time, but please, once again, put yourselves out there, promote you guys, promote the band, promote the music. And one more time, you have a full album out that's out right now called For What It's Worth. And you're currently working on a new concept album called Hidden Gems, where you're going to be releasing singles. Just please put it out there. Where can people find it? And is any of the singles out right now as of this recording for Hidden Gems?
Only one.
Only one,
Yeah, we have one out already. It's called Locked In. You can find us on all platforms, S and I, the ampersand, and then the letter I.
Links are in the show notes, and it's S period and I period.
Yeah, S period and period I.
Gotcha. All right. And again, links are in the show notes.
We got YouTube,
Yeah.
same thing, SNI.
I don't think we put the periods anymore. I think it's just spaces. I don't want to confuse people.
Okay.
Hey, IPA went through the same thing. I took the periods out too. It makes it easier.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah,
So
for
just
sure, yeah.
S,
Yeah.
ampersand, and I.
Yeah.
I know for
I
sure
like it.
YouTube, we don't have it in Spotify. We don't have it.
Yeah, for sure. So Hidden Gems should be dropping by the end of this summer. We have one song locked in that's already on there. You can find For What It's Worth on all platforms as well. And I hope you just enjoy our music. We put our literally blood, sweat, and fucking tears into it. It's been a journey.
Other bodily fluids as well, but that doesn't need to be spoken of.
That's what you be doing at 3 a.m.
Yeah, what are you doing at 3 a.m. right now?
Doing at 3 a.m.
So this
Yeah,
is
why am
not
I
my
up?
family
Being inspired.
episode. Real quick too, do you guys have any social media out there you want to promote? Are you guys on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, anything like that?
I have an OnlyFans coming out in September.
Coming out in September?
I got people.
You gotta
pre-ordering.
invest.
Copyright issue.
No. Instagram is at Peace to the Movement, PEACE, the number 2 DA. MVMNT. You can also find us on Facebook. It's S and I, S space ampersand space I. YouTube, same thing, S space ampersand space I.
No, we also have our individual pages on Facebook.
Yeah.
Sick Mind, Android Productions, or just iBlaze on Facebook. We gotta get those going too.
No TikTok yet, huh?
Actually, I do. I have a TikTok.
Yeah.
Throw it up
Johnny
there.
does too.
An
Yeah,
SNI one is in the works, so. An SNI one's in the works.
yeah. We're just dealing with some copyright issues. No, I'm just fine. I just want to sound cool.
Well, fellas, I really appreciate you coming on today. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for just sharing your personal journey, your experience. I've had a blast talking with y'all. You're a fucking cut up and I love it.
Awesome. Thank you, man. Likewise. It's been awesome.
Is there anything that you guys want to say before you leave?
It's S&I, baby. Chicago.
Drink water.
Peace to the movement.
Drink
Peace to the
water.
moment. Drink water, you thirsties.
You filthy
Drink
animal.
water.
No, yeah, love, peace. SNI.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah, man,
Seriously,
appreciate it.
appreciate the
time.
love. This is dope.
Yeah, no, thank you guys. This is awesome. And, you know, to my listeners out there, you heard it first. If you're trying to pursue this, just remember, be yourself, be your own voice, you know, expect the unexpected right at 3 a.m. That's all you got to do to make it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
I hope that this helped provide some inspirations with those practical applications in entertainment. If you're a musician, just keep on rocking, keep on rapping, just keep putting that shit out there. And until the next time, everyone, stay golden. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to rate and review and click that subscribe button for new bi-weekly episodes. As always, the theme music is provided by The Erica Page. Follow us on social media at IPA Sessions Podcast. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and now we have a TikTok and YouTube. All information and links are in the show notes. So show some love and support for these amazing indie artists. And if you'd like to come on and share your journey as an independent artist, reach out to me via email at ipasessionspodcast@gmail.com. Till next time, I hope you found some inspirations for practical application and entertainment.